What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Dallas, season 3, episode 14. So, we pick up where we left off with. They're still in Copenhagen, and they are arguing. Leanne and Brandy pretty much are arguing, and of course, Brandy brought up some really valid points. Brandy has sort of been getting on my nerves a little bit because I feel like some of Brandy's arguments are taken out of context, or she's doing too much. But in this particular incident, when she's articulating herself in this particular argument, I understand what she's saying 100%. And what she's saying is everybody is acting like what Leanne, like an apology is just okay and we gloss over it. She said Leanne has spent the last however many months talking about me behind my back. Now here's where I got pissed off. Cameron, get your head out of Leanne's ass. See, here's my problem. If you're friends with everybody that's involved, then your best bet is to just stay out of it. But once you choose a side, Stephanie and Deandra, which we'll get to that, they were in the middle. And they were trying their best not to choose a side, which really ended up pretty much pissing both people off. But that's the only other option you have. Your only option is to not piss off the people involved so you don't choose a side. But Cameron, you have clearly chosen a side, which is Leanne's side. Now, here's my issue. If you want to choose Leanne's side, that's your business. But when Leanne is wrong, she is wrong. And as a friend, you either call her out on it or you stay silent. But what you don't do is lie. And she sat there. Cameron, this is not the first time, but this is more than one time that Cameron has straight up lied and said that Leanne didn't say something that you were standing right there for. Like when Leanne called them alcoholics and you were like, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. Say you don't remember if you don't want to put Leanne out there. But don't say she didn't say it because she clearly said it. And then when they were sitting there arguing and Brandy was talking about how Leanne has been going around talking about her behind her back. No, she's not. No, she's not. She doesn't talk about you. She doesn't talk. Yes, she clearly does. She had a whole conversation with Deandra's mom about Brandy. So she clearly does. And, that's where Brandy's issue is. Brandy is like, look, you're talking about me behind my back and you're making some very serious accusations on up to me being an alcoholic. That's serious. That's not no just silly frilly stuff. And and Brandy's thing was, and what I don't understand is, how can everybody here be so cool with what Leanne has done with talking about people's husband's sexuality, talking about people's bank account, talking about me being an alcoholic. Now, what I will say is this. Once you forgive somebody, you have to forgive them and let it go. So once Carrie decided she was going to forgive Leanne for what she said about her husband, it's not fair to keep bringing it up. So from that instance, Brandy, she forgave her. Now, why and how she forgave her, that's not your business, because she chose to forgive Leanne. Now, as far as Deandra and the bank account situation, well, they just made nice like earlier that day. So, that truce is still very, very flimsy. But Brandy, if you choose not to forgive Leanne, you are 100% within your rights to say, look, I can't forgive this. This is beyond what I am able or physically am willing to do. Now, with all of that being said, Brandy ends up getting up and walking away from the table, and she goes down to a different bar. And Deandra and Stephanie feel really bad because they feel like they're caught in the middle. And, of course, Leanne is going to play martyr. I don't want you to feel like you have to do anything for me. You don't feel bad, blah, blah, blah. They end up leaving because Brandy told all of y'all are some fake bitches. And she was talking about Stephanie and everybody. So they ended up going down to another bar. I'm sorry. And they end up talking to Brandy. And they apologized. And Brandy, and Stephanie said, Brandy has a very valid point. Like, as my friend, I should have had more of an opinion about somebody calling her an alcoholic. Like, there's some things that you can work with, and then there are other things that are just not okay. And it's just never okay to call somebody an alcoholic. Like, that's just not cool. So, that's pretty much how Copenhagen ended, right? They came on back. Now, what we found out, they didn't film it, but what we found out once we got back to Copenhagen is that there was this big issue with her cell phone. Leanne lost her cell phone. Brandy found the cell phone. Leanne thought that Brandy stole the cell phone so she could delete the pictures or the video off of the cell phone. In turn, Leanne told Brandy that she cloned her cell phone and to be careful about whatever videos you might have in your phone because I've cloned it. Now, I understand why Leanne would feel like Brandy stole her phone to try to delete the video. Brandy made such a big deal about the video. I could see where Leanne is coming from. I do. But Leanne, why would you believe that Leanne had the ability to clone your cell phone? Like, that's some old Mission Impossible 007 type shit. Like, who cloning cell phones? Like, where have you ever heard of somebody cloning a cell phone in casual conversation? Like, and then, Leanne tried to say, oh, Rich could do it. Rich is a retired cop. Rich wasn't CIA, FBI. He's a retired police officer that probably ain't never cloned a phone in his life. Why would y'all, like, some stuff just don't make sense. Why would y'all believe that shit? Like, come on, Brandy. So anyway, half the episode was about this phone shit. I'm not going to keep going back and forth over that damn phone. I'm not doing it. Brandy, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice, too. I ain't nobody's mama, but I deal with children all day long. Let me tell you something. You need to get your little daughter under control. She was talking about why her daughter was gone. The daughter was mad. So the daughter took her cell phone to school, and the daughter ransacked her closet. Bitch, what? I wish I would. I wish I would come home and my child done tore up my closet. Yeah, I'd probably be calling social services because I'd have whooped her ass. Now, if she's feeling some kind of way because of the baby, that happens. Children do that. Children feel left out. Children feel when they're no longer the baby. All of those different things. I get that. Then you got two choices. You get her in therapy. If you feel like it's that she legitimately needs to talk to somebody and be able to express those feelings, and you put her ass in some therapy. Or you, within the household, make it clear that she's not being replaced, that she's still loved. Like, do that shit the old-fashioned way. Like, you ain't the first mama to have another baby. You ain't the first mama to have to deal with a baby feeling jealous or whatever. Like, come on. Come on now. But all of that, you thinking it's funny and shit, that shit ain't funny. That is not funny. And if you don't nip it in the bud now, it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. I wish she stole your cell phone and took it to school. She tore up your closet. Nope. All right. Then we see Cameron, because I'm not going to go, like I said, I'm not going to have that whole conversation about the phone gate. I done told y'all what went down, and I done told y'all why it's stupid. And then at the end, Leanne admits that if she lied, that she was just trying to get Brandy all riled up. But see, if I was Brandy, it wouldn't have affected me because I would have been thinking, you can't clone my phone, dumbass. Brandy calling people talking about, be careful what you send me because Leanne has cloned my phone. Leanne ain't cloned shit. Moving on. So, then we see Cameron talking to Cord about Sparkle Dog and all that. And she's talking about how many emails she's missed and how she's got to do that. And that she didn't respond to any emails while she was in Copenhagen. And she hopes that people don't think that she's unprofessional and this, that, and the other. See, here's the thing. If you want to be the boss, you got to be the boss all the time. If you are going to be a small business owner, you can't go on vacation unless you have an assistant. So if you missed 80 emails while you were out of the country, that's on you as a business owner. You should have either A, paid somebody to respond to those emails for you, or B, your ass should have been logging on at night when y'all got back to the hotel and checked your emails. You know that you're trying to get a distribution deal for your Sparkle Dog. You know that you made a lot of contacts before you left the country. Then that was on you. Now, the conversation with her and Cord, she's basically reaffirming her commitment to the family, saying, look, because Cord wants an old-fashioned wife. Stay at home, take care of the kids. I don't want you to have no outside interests. I don't want you to do anything outside of taking care of me and the family. And if that's what you signed up for and you were okay with that when y'all got together, then that's what you signed up for. I'm not going to judge you for that. That's not what I want in my marriage. But if you were cool with that and that's what you agreed to, you see, you can't change the rules in the middle of the game. And that's really where Cord is coming from. Cord is like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want you to have a business. I want you to have us as your business. And so they had a conversation and she reaffirmed that that's what she wants. That she wants to commit to having a family and be with Cord, and she's committed to that. And she basically, I'm gonna come back home and be with and that the Sparkle Dog will be her third priority. Which I'm not saying it shouldn't be. But honey, you might as well go on and kiss that Sparkle Dog goodbye, because that's what that looked like to me. Last but not least, y'all, we see where Leanne is having her fashion show for her perfect little black dress with the dress that has all the different, variations on it or what have you. And they're all getting ready to go. Of course, everybody except for Brandy. Now, Brandy says that she wasn't invited. But, bitch, you wouldn't have gone if you weren't invited. Or if you did go, you would have gone to cause problems. So, it's better that Leanne did not invite you. And they had the fashion show, and it looked, like I said, it's interesting. That's not a dress that would look good on my frame, I don't believe. But if you can fit that frame, it's a cute dress to have in your closet if you're not a millionaire. But you, like if you're the type of person, and this is why it's perfect for Leanne. Because Leanne, if you go back to season 1, Leanne moved in certain circles in Dallas society, but she was not affluent. So this is a perfect dress for somebody like Leanne, who did a lot of fundraisers and moved in a lot of circles and was probably invited to a lot of events, a lot of galas, a lot of little black tie events, but didn't have the money to always go out and buy a brand new dress. That's why I understand how Leanne's brain came up with it, because this is perfect for somebody like her. If you have the money to go out and buy a new dress every time you're invited somewhere, then this ain't for you. If you don't get invited to a whole lot of different events like this probably ain't for you either. But if you're that person that runs in certain circles, but you don't have the bank account to match them circles that you're running in, this is a perfect dress. You can buy one dress, maybe spend $200 on the dress and the accessories, right? And you can wear it 100 different times, and it looks like a different dress every time. That ain't no bad thing. Now, Carrie said that wasn't her cup of tea because, again, Carrie, you can afford to buy a brand new dress every single time. Like, it's not made for you. That ain't her demographic, Stephanie didn't come either, but of course she sent flowers, very etiquette friendly. She sent flowers to say thank you and all that good stuff. I mean, to say congratulations and good luck and all that good stuff. But it was actually her husband's birthday, but it was a perfect excuse for her not to come because she was like, honey, I ain't trying to get back in the middle of nothing else. I'm just going to try to lay low for a little while. I said, I know that's right, because the finale is on its way. I just need to lay low for a little while longer. That's right, Stephanie. But that was pretty much where we were. It wasn't a lot with this episode. It was, the season finale, I think, is the next episode. And then we have the reunion, which they've already taped. And it sounds like it was explosive. So, I'm sure we'll talk about that. But, that's pretty much it, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Have a good day. Peace.